Hello everyone, happy 2012. Finally we are in the year 2012. That's nice, huh? Okay, why not start the year by sharing with you my face skincare routine, because it's a frequently requested video. As you guys know, I am from Singapore. I've moved to Sweden. I've been here for about 2 years now. However, I still do, visit Singapore quite frequently. So my skincare routine is like to and fro. I kind of like use products that I use in Singapore here, and as you know, Sweden has 4 seasons, so I have to switch products in between. And if I'm in, during summer, and if I'm in Singapore when it's really hot, humid. Singapore weather is really extremely hot and humid. You just feel so much moisture in the air. You can feel, my hair also feels it. It starts having all that, Grinch curls, as I would call. It's so unmanageable. It's that humid. But then it's really nice on the skin because you don't really need to pile on too much moisturizer and skincare products, because your face will feel very moisturized, or at least for me it is. Now for face cleansing, I only use one type of cleanser, and that's from Face Shop. I really like using this cleanser. I've used it for years, as in, like, I can tell you I've used this for like close to 4 years, since the time I kind of met my husband. That's when both of us explored Face Shop, and we kind of decided to stick with this brand for face washes. And each time I go back to Singapore, I stock up on these face washes, and this one is the aloe vera one. It's for all skin types, and what this does is that it hydrates dry skin. So even though it says hydrates dry skin, I still use it, regardless, because I just feel that I need that extra moisture. And this doesn't really rip off the natural oils in the face, so that's really nice. And sometimes, every other day or so, I use this scrub. Not say scrub, this is more like a face brush. It's really soft. As you can see, it's really battered. I've used this for months, and that's why it looks like this. And this is from Face Shop. It was only $5.90, and I've used this kind of soft bristled face brushes for years. Trust me, if I say for years, means it's like many years, and it has worked fine. And I think this is a cheap alternative to paying for masks and stuff like that. This is really good. And what this does is that it takes off all that extra whiteheads, blackheads, places that you can't really reach when you do your cleansing. This does a really good job. And I just put a little bit on the brush, and then I just do swirly motions, and then it lathers up and it gets rid of all that grime, dirt, dry skin, and my face looks really supple and clean, squeaky clean. I don't have bad skin to begin with, as you guys have already seen. However, I do get breakouts, especially this pregnancy. Earlier, when I had my morning sickness, I had the worst skin ever, because my hormonal changes in the body was really bad. It was awful. My skin was so dull. I had lots of breakouts over here, and I of course had to pop it, and then I had lots of like scarring. I still do have, but it's really fading away right now, so I'm pretty excited that it's going away. Now, as for moisturizer, when I'm in Sweden, I use oils, especially now when it's winter time. It's extremely drying, and my face really feels like it really needs moisture, and I have lots of dry skin around my nose, around my mouth, so I need something that's really oily and rich. And I'm using the one from Akamuthi. This is the Evening Prime Rose Day Cream, and this one is the Replenishing Rose face cream. Even though it says day cream, I use it both day and night and it has worked fine. Both me and my husband use these creams because it really works really well. You just have to take a little bit because these are all oils that are infused in, you know, essential oils. So it really smells good. It's very uplifting and just need a little touch of it. And you know, I bought this last year and I'm still not done with it. So, and then when I'm in Singapore, I use water-based moisturizers. Okay, the one that I was previously using, not just Singapore, when it's summertime in Sweden, when it's not too cold and dry, I use water-based products. And the one that I was using before, I'm already out of it, is the La Roche-Posay. I know I'm killing the name, I'm really sorry, but I'm sure you'll be able to read this. And what this is a intensive rehydrating care face cream. So it's really very watery to touch. So I just apply all over the face. I feel very, you know, hydrated and it doesn't feel oily and my skin doesn't go, you know, looking like a grease ball. And then I also use, for the past 1 month, I've also been using the Eucerin Derma Purifier. This is a hydrating care face cream, face moisturizer for oily, blemish prone skin. The consistency is really good. You just need a little dewlap of it. It has a nice good pump. So you don't really like have to stick your finger in, which can be a little unsanitary at times, but sometimes we do it, right? So I really like this and I will definitely be doing a detailed blog post showing you guys how it fares both in Singapore and in Sweden. In Sweden, this is not enough. I have tried this. My skin still feels very dry, but in Singapore, this was the perfect moisturizer. Now as for eye cream, I must say this, that it's so very important to hydrate the under eye area, especially when you have fine lines or when you want to prevent, you know, fine lines, dark circles, and you know, how should I say, you know, you want to keep that youthful appearance. Eye cream is so very important and you should start using it when you are in your 20s. And I have done that. I started really early and I see the benefits. Now I'm 30 and you know, I see my own friends who are 30 and I compare, you know, skin type. I can see the difference. You know, I don't have extreme lines under my eyes, you know, compared to them. And I think it's because of the under eye, you know, moisturizer that I've been using. You know, it doesn't really matter what brand, as long as you get a good moisturizer that works for your own skin or your under eye skin, and you know, based on your budget. Previously I was using the ones from Biotherm. However, I felt that, you know, now that I've moved and, you know, I have my own business, you know, it's a little crunch on finances as well. So I have switched to drugstore products. So I usually am always on the lookout for inexpensive products that do a equally good job as high-end product. So this one is from Eucerin and it does a very good job. In Singapore, I've used this, perfect. I've used this in Sweden as well. It is okay. However, I still need to use my oils to hydrate it in the night. But before I was using this, I was using the Boots No. 7 Protect and Perfect Eye Cream. Now for face mask, it all depends. Of course, during summer, it's really crucial that you do face mask because your, you know, face tend to secrete a little bit more oil than usual because of the climate. And when I'm in Singapore, my face is really very oily, especially my T-zone. So I have to use some kind of face mask, and I've used this. I'm not sure, I think you guys have seen this in my earlier videos also, my way earlier video. This is the Divya Young Look face mask. This is basically, ingredients, natural ingredients like rose petals, green peas that has been grinded down to powder, and it's in a powder form. So you just take like a tablespoon of it, put in your palm, dilute it down to a paste, make it into a paste, and then I slather it on my face and then let it sit for like maybe 20 minutes. And what this does is that it really absorbs away all that excess oil, the whitehead, blackheads, and also dry skin. And it really gives that nice shiny glowy look. I really like it. And in Singapore, this was like my must-have product, and in Singapore I use this twice a week. And over here now, when it's like really dry and cold, I try to just use it once a week, or sometimes I even go just 2 weeks once. So that's a good product. But now I know many of you are going to ask me, how can I get this? I got this in Singapore, Little India Jyoti store. I know many of us won't be able to get this. I can recommend this to you. You can buy sandalwood powder and do exactly the same. It has got great benefits to the skin, sandalwood powder. I believe you can get it from most Asian stores. If not, the other inexpensive face mask that you can use is chickpea flour, or in other words, besan flour, B-E-S-A-N flour. Just take a tablespoon of it, put a little bit of yogurt and mix it up. You can also use water if you want, of course, and then slather it or apply it on your face. Let it sit for 20 minutes and then you wash off. It does give this similar benefits. Okay, now as for face makeup removal, many of you have asked. I've been using the Neutrogena Deep Clean Cleansing Oil. What you may ask, why am I using cleansing oil? I feel that cleansing oil doesn't really rip out moisture from the skin, and this is really calm on my skin. It does an excellent job in taking away waterproof mascara, and it doesn't really sting the eye. I can get away by applying a little bit of it around the eye area without feeling irritated, my eye feeling irritated. However, I can't go like that and then remove my mascara that way. So usually what I do, I just close my eyes and then I apply and I massage the oil to get rid of that mascara from my eyelashes, and it does an excellent job. And I just wash my face afterwards, because even though it says cleansing oil, it does wash off like any other face foam. It's not the oil-based kind of makeup remover where your face looks so greasy afterwards. So you can get away by just using this and not cleansing your face. So I hope you found this video useful, and let me know if you want to know more about the products that I'm using. Please do follow my site or my blog. I will be doing in-depth detailed review of the products that I've mentioned, so that way you know what you're getting yourself into when you decide on buying these, because I know many of you are very interested in the products that I'm using. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.